welcome once again to Let's Talk Marriage. This is Pastor Larry coming to you this Wednesday afternoon with Let's Talk Marriage. All right. We're going to get right on into our program on today. We're going to be talking about a subject that involves every marriage. First of all, I hope everyone is doing well. If you woke up this morning, you are doing well. All right. Our subject today, we're going to be talking about intimacy within a marriage. That's one of the things that's very important in a marriage. And we've talked about it many times on the program. So we have to make sure that we are abiding by God's rule, where intimacy is only should be shared by those that are married. I just want to make that plain. But, in part of intimacy, we always associate intimacy with sex, which is part of a major part of intimacy. But that's not the only part of intimacy. Intimacy is, even if you're just walking, holding hands, that's intimacy, spending time with each other, men being gentlemen. And in this day and age, we have so many of our brothers, I just put it plain out there, just calling women all kind of names like B's and H names, and that's not gentleman-like. Gentleman is seen to be a thing of the past of being a gentleman. You have to. Being a gentleman is not something that comes natural to most people, and sometimes it's something that has to be worked at. So you have to work at it. For instance, opening the car door. Sometimes you might forget, but make sure when you remember to do so. And then if you keep doing it on a regular basis, then it'll become a habit to you. Things like that. And make sure that we are supporting our wives, because we always say that the men have a lot of stress on them, but our women have a lot of stress on them as well. Being a housewife, because being a housewife or a wife and a mother, it's not an easy job, and a lot of times us men take that for granted. Being a housewife or being a wife, period, you have to run the house. So most wives run the household. They keep the budget. I know my wife keeps the budget simply because of her regular job. She is an accountant. So she, does it for our household. So she keeps the budget, prepare the meals, and us fellows, we have to learn to help out. And that's part of you can't expect intimacy if your wife is too tired to do anything. Baby, I thought this was our night. No, you have to make it. Yeah, you have to make it our night. But in order to make it our night, you have to plant a seed. You have to be there for her. You have to appreciate her, show her that you love her, and help out around the house. A lot of men think it's the only thing they do is just take out the garbage, but there's much more to that than that. If your wife is work a full-time job just like you, that means that she's working 2 full-time jobs. And no matter, even if you are working 1 or 2 jobs, she's still going to be working more jobs. Women work, especially women that work outside of the home, they work more jobs than us men do. First of all, they take care of the kids. That's a job in itself. People actually get paid to take care of other people's kids. So if your wife is taking care of the kids, preparing the meals, some people, that's their job. They just prepare meals for homes. And if your wife is preparing the meals, she's working outside the home. That's 3 jobs right there. And most of the time when your kids have problems or issues, they're not going to come to dad. They're going to come to mom first. And sometimes she'll relay the message to dad, but most of the time they go to mom first. So we have to make sure that we are supporting our women, especially in the, with this being Black History Month, especially in the African American community, we tend not to support our women. We tend to put them down, and they should be lifted up on a pedestal. We really should be doing it. We should be honoring our black women, our women, period. We should be honoring them and letting them know every day, which is a great part of intimacy, because there's so many things that the wife does in the household. And I've always said that if the wife's in a bad mood, or if the wife is feeling down, the whole household is down. Watch me. If you don't believe me, check it out. If your wife is in a bad mood, or if she's having a hard day, everybody in the house is going to feel it. Trust me. The meals are not going to be the same. You didn't put no love in this. No, she ain't put no love in this because she probably was tired. And we take it for granted when our wives say that they're tired. That's part of communication. We talked about that last week, about listening and communicating. When our wives are tired or not feeling good, we have to listen to them. And sometimes we might be thinking in our head, everything turn around, you ain't feeling good. You know what? They listen to them. Listen to them. They have enough people not listening to them, because a lot of times when they go to the doctors don't even listen to them. Especially black women, they go to the doctor and tell them about their pain and stuff. They don't really hear what's going on with them. So we have to listen to our wives when they saying that they're not feeling good. Make sure that we support them when they're not feeling good. Pick up the pace. Do the laundry, or do something out of the ordinary that you don't normally do. And sometimes our wives ask us to do things, and we get tired and we don't want to do it right away. You don't have to do it right away. Even if you don't do it right away, just make sure you do whatever they ask you, because a lot of times they don't ask much of us men. A lot of times we just get in the corner, sit down, and kick our feet up and watch a game or something. Bring me this, bring me that. And sometimes our wives, especially our wives that cook breakfast for us every morning, cook meals for us, make sure you do return the favor. Cook meals for her sometime. Bring her meals sometimes. If you don't cook, you can always pick up something, or you can always do better than that. You can always take her out. And that's all part of intimacy. Intimacy is not just sex. It is a part of it, but it's not the only thing. Go to the mall sometimes. Go for a walk. You don't have to always, us men, especially us men that are budget conscious. I ain't going to the mall. Every time you go to the mall, you got to spend money. You don't really have to spend money. Just, go there, walk around, and go to a nice restaurant, have something to eat, or, and just, especially in the summertime when the weather is nice out, just go to a nice romantic place and you just have a walk. There's so many places in Illinois that you can go to and, just have a good time without, spending a whole lot of money, but don't be cheap, fellas. Make sure you take care of our wives. We have Valentine's Day coming up. I know a lot of people say, I don't believe in Valentine's Day. You just trying to get out of getting your wife a gift. I don't believe in that. The scripture don't say nothing about no Valentine's Day. No, make sure you take your wife out for Valentine's Day. Don't matter, don't mind what the world does and how they celebrate. Take your wife out. If you don't take her out any other day, make sure you take her out for Valentine's Day. And if you don't take her out for Valentine's Day, take her out the weekend before or weekend after. Just make sure you celebrate the love that you both share with each other or for each other. And it'll make everything go better. You're planting a seed. You want to be intimate, and you haven't did anything, and you don't help around the house, and your wife is tired because she's doing all that work. Help her out. Last year, a couple years ago, when we first started the program, we had a segment on called "Help a Sister Out," and we were talking about this very thing, helping your wives out around the house. And, and again, listen to her when she says she's not feeling good, kind of, make sure you cater to your wives, because a lot of times our wives cater to us on many occasions, and make sure that we have what we need. And, I know my wife does. She always makes sure that I have anything I need, or think I want, she makes sure that I have it. So make sure that we are doing these things for our wives. And when we do these things for our wives, it will make a wonderful marriage. And I've always said on the program that there's no such thing as marriage. Being married is hard. It's what we make of it. We make everything hard. The same thing, I would say the same thing as being a Christian or being saved. It's not hard. We make it hard. We make it difficulty, and with doing the things we do and putting out rules and all that stuff. Come on, everything is. If you love each other, it should not be hard. There's always going to be days where you feel down. That's with anything, even on your job. You could be doing a job that you love, but sometimes you get, burnout, or sometimes you get kind of tired and down, and it's how you pick yourself up. If you can pick yourself up, that's fine, because we all have those days, where we're feeling down. We don't feel romantic, or, but make sure that we pick ourselves up and continue on, and don't let yourself, sink in those depressions, because you can easily do that if you let your feeling down linger on. It could linger on into you going into a depression, and you don't want that. So make sure that we lift or find something to lift you up. If it's a hobby or something, make sure you continue that hobby. If it's something that you like doing, if it's shopping that uplifts you, you can shop without spending a lot of money. Get some coupons, go to the Goodwill or something, something that lifts you up. Just make sure you do that. If reading a book is lifting you up, or listening to music lifts you up, make sure that we continue to use things or avenues to lift us up, so we won't stay in those times where we're feeling down, because we all go through those times. Even in being in a ministry, myself, sometimes I feel like down and feel like am I making a difference? But you are making a difference. We are making a difference as married couples. We make a difference. So we have to make sure that we are doing the things that we do, and keep doing those, and make sure that, and again, we're still talking about intimacy. It's not just sex. It's not just sex. That's a part of it. And when it comes time to that special part, it'll be even more enjoyable, because your wife's not tired, she's not burnt out, she's in a better mood, and you both in a better mood, and you can share your love together. This is Pastor Larry. I'm going to be signing off until we meet again with Let's Talk Marriage. So I'm going to take this opportunity take this moment to invite you out to our services at New Zion Christian Center, located at 15014 South Des Street in Plainfield, Illinois. We are there on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. And make sure you continue to like and share this program. Share it with someone. Tell someone about Let's Talk Marriage. We're going to be going into a segment where we're going to be addressing those that are single. We're going to go into a singles ministry. We're going to be talking to those that are single and addressing their concerns as being single Christian people, and looking for that special person to be in your life. We're going to be addressing those issues or those things later on as we get into the program. The year is still new. We're just in February. So we're just in February. Again, I'd like to invite you all to New Zion Christian Center, located at 15014 South Des Street in Plainfield, Illinois. Our services begin at 11 a.m. Make sure you come on out and enjoy. We have wonderful Sunday school. We have a beautiful Sunday school teacher, and we have a wonderful Sunday school program, and we're looking forward to adding more things as we continue on this journey, and God is really moving in a special way. So making sure you make your way out to our services. Until we meet again, this is Pastor Larry with Let's Talk Marriage.